You can see currently it's at 100%. This is massively bright. Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Amaran 100D. I did purchase this light myself, and any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this light or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. You can see the retail box and packaging right here. Check it out. This is a brand by Aputure. We can learn more about what's included on the back of the box. Now let's go ahead, let's open it up and look at the contents. Here are all the contents. First up, you can see we have our Aputure stickers, followed by our app instructions. If you want to set up Cydius Link app to use the Bluetooth settings, you can do that right here. Then you can see we have our user guide and manual in multiple languages. So you can see English is on this side right here and all the tech specs for our light. In case you're wondering, the TLCI value is greater than 96. Our CRI value is greater than 95, 130 watt max, 5500 kelvins for our color temperature. And you can see our lux value at 1 meter is 39,500. Next up, you can see we have our power supply right here, and we can hang it off of our light stand if we want. So you can see how this looks and how it's going to connect to our light. Here's our power cord. Then you can see we have our reflector right here. Nice metal reflector. And then last but not least, we have the light itself. Let's go ahead, let's look at that in more detail. So here's the light up close. You can see on this side, we got their logo and branding. Here it is from the top. You can see some ventilation for our cooling. Here it is from the other side right here, looks identical. You can see from the back, so we have a nice display as well as our control knob right here, Bluetooth reset. You can see where our power connects, and we have a toggle on and off switch. You can see from the bottom, we do have an internal fan for cooling. And then you can see our mount option right here. So you can see it from front on as well too. We will need to remove that protective film before use. Nice grip handle on the back side as well. Now let's go ahead, let's get everything set up and try it out. So the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna remove the protective cover and film. So let's go ahead. We're just gonna depress this lever. And now you can see we can just gently twist that off. We're going to keep it pressed, and now we're going to put the reflector on. So same thing, just line it up, and then we can just twist it right in place. And there we go. We now have the reflector installed. Now let's go ahead. Let's get a stand. Let's mount it to the stand and power it on. All right, so now you can see we have the light installed on a light stand right here. We have our power cable connected as well, our 3-pin connector. Now let's go ahead. Let's toggle it on. You can see currently it's at 100%. This is massively bright, especially with this reflector on. So check that out. My whole hand is completely washed out. That's at 100%. And then we can bring it down. So let's knock it down to 50%. So here's our 50% brightness right there. Check that out. Still very, very bright. You can see it's gonna basically wash my whole hand out. And then we can bring it down. Let's do 25%. There's 25%, so it's getting better. Then we can take it down, there's 0, there's 1. I don't know if you guys can even see that. Then we can bring it all the way back up. That's 100%. We have the Bluetooth icon right there in the top right-hand corner of the screen. And that just has our brightness value for us. So it's a very simple and basic display. Now let's go ahead, let's set up the Bluetooth. So I scanned the QR code on the included manual, but you can also just search for the Cydius app on your iOS or Android app store. Once you do and you create a profile, you'll be at this screen where we're ready to add our light. So ignore demo scene, go down to scene 1 or add a scene if you don't have one. And then you can see right here, we have a couple different options. We could rename it as we choose, but we're gonna go and open up scene 1, select the plus icon again, and now we're going to work on connecting to our device. So let's press the Bluetooth reset button. And now you can see Bluetooth reset has initiated. Looks like it's completed. So let's go back out and let's select it again. And now you can see our light shows up right there. Select set up. And now it's going to work on connecting to our fixture. It's just going to take a second. And now we can enter into it. And there you go. You can see we have the light right there. And with this option to turn it off, and then you can see we can adjust the brightness right from the mobile app, which is cool. Then we can select the light itself, and you can see we have way more settings right here. So at the top, we can go white or effect. So if we stay with white, you can see our options. We can slide to adjust the brightness, turn it on or off. A couple different options for quick selections. And then we have a dimming curve. Hopefully you guys can see this if I go slow enough. So here's just our regular dimming. And now let's go. You can see the next option. If you can tell the difference between what's happening here. Now we'll do that again. I feel like I can tell, like right about there, the light looks a little bit different. Let's bring it back online. Maybe that's just me. And you can see our last option right here. Same with this one. I really feel like I can tell the difference. But there we go. We have our curves. Then you can see our system right here. So we can adjust our effects. So if we want to do fireworks, we can press that right there. The frequency, the brightness. So you kind of get the idea here. This would be really cool if we had like some RGB, I feel like. Here's the paparazzi one. We have explosion. We have a strobe. Again, faster or slower. So we can adjust that. A pulsing. TV, if we want to replicate like a TV light. Lightning. A faulty bulb. And then back to fireworks. Then you can see we have a manual option right here. Let's go back here for a second. Let's stop those. All right, and then you can see with the manual options we have, we can choose what we want to do here. There's so many different options. It's a little bit overwhelming, but then you can just play or pause it down here at the bottom. Then you can see the next tab. So we can give it access to our camera. Let's see. So I'm not sure what this is even going to do here. So there we go. So you tell me, it's a little goofy, but we can reference a video that we just took. And then we can play it back and you can see, so it's trying to pull light from that clip. So it's up to you if you like that sort of thing. And then if we have music on our device, looks like we have a very similar effect right here. We can replicate the light to match the beats per minute if we want down here as well. So you have a couple different options. It's cool that you have Bluetooth, so right at your fingertips you can control it to turn it on or off or dim it. But I gotta say, having the controls right here for probably 99% of people is gonna be good enough that you can just make those adjustments right there at the light itself. But say you have it way up, maybe it's in the ceiling, something like that, and you're close enough to connect with Bluetooth, you can make your adjustments with your phone. All right, now just for fun, I have all the studio lights turned off right here, so there's nothing illuminating this room besides a couple of computer monitors and this light right here. So check it out, you can see how bright it is. We have it just casting and reflecting right off the white ceiling, and it looks really good. It's super bright, illuminating the whole room. So let me share with you guys my final thoughts after using this light. First, I gotta say, overall, I'm very impressed. It's a very nice light. I would rather pay a little bit less and maybe not have this light be as heavy duty as, say, its Aputure cousins, but that's okay with me. I'm not planning to move this light around. It's going to stay stationary here in the studio, so I'm very pleased with the performance and how bright and nice this light is and how affordable it is compared to some of the other lights on the market today. Now, if you're counting on Bluetooth, that's probably going to be your biggest disappointment. There's nothing wrong with the mobile app. I just don't think it's very user-friendly. I was expecting a much better experience than what we get with this light. So I guess count yourself blessed that you have Bluetooth. I personally don't plan on using it, so I don't care about the Bluetooth. But if that's something you're relying on day in and day out, it's just not the best app experience. Maybe that'll come in the future with an update, maybe not. You'll probably be able to limp around and use it how you would want, but I was expecting a more seamless app integration and experience, and it doesn't deliver. But in regards to the light itself, count me impressed, and I would definitely recommend checking this out for your lighting needs. Well, that concludes our video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget the product link will be in our video description below. Please go ahead, check it out, and do your shopping from there. Any purchase made through that link helps support our channel at no additional cost to you. So we're really grateful and thankful for all of your support. While you're at it, can you go ahead and hit that like button for us? And subscribe to our channel. We have new content coming out daily, and we don't want you to miss anything. Please go ahead and give us a follow online and make it a clean sweep. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, TikTok, Discord. You can message us on WeChat, check out our website, and join our free newsletter. Thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget new content daily, and we can't wait to see you in our next video.